So we've become famous, infamous, as it were, for advocating the Vikings sign or draft any football player with a pulse and can fog up a mirror if they breathe on it, right? But today, we buck that trend. We put that trend aside and we eschew our whole Vikings need to sign, Vikings need to draft narrative and motif to say that the Vikings should not sign former Washington tight end and Kirk Cousins BFF Jordan Reed, even though we advocated for it 4 months ago. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? No. All right. So Vikings should not sign Jordan Reed for a litany of reasons. Let's get into him. So Jordan Reed, you know the name, especially if you play fantasy football. You know the frustration if you play fantasy football. 6'2", 242, 30 years old, former 2013 third-round pick out of the University of Florida. Wait, no, they outlawed the Gator chomp, didn't they? But Reed was a major constant with Kirk Cousins in Washington. In fact, his rise was coincided with Kirk Cousins taking over in D.C. Best season was 2015, 87 catches, 952 yards receiving, 11 touchdowns on 14 targets. But oddly enough, made one Pro Bowl, 2016, the year that Kirk Cousins almost threw for 5,000 yards. But he had worse stats than the season before. Just odd. Right? It's almost like a makeup call. But again, the big thing with Jordan Reed has always been health. It's always been issues, this, that, and the other thing. Now, Reed has missed 31 games over the past 6 seasons, and that does not even include him missing all of 2019 with a concussion that he sustained in the preseason. So that would be beep, bop, 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 boop. 47 games in 7 seasons, which is not good. Which is not great. Also, he said 7 career concussions that have been reported, along with other spate of soft tissues, joint injuries, AC joint injuries, etc. So he basically is Mr. Glass from Unbreakable. He is. It is what it is. As well as, I mean, at a certain point, especially with the number of concussions, especially what we know now about CTE, you do have to sort of protect the player from himself. It's like a corner man in a boxing or MMA fight when his dude's getting pummeled, just throws that towel in. It's like, dude, I'm saving you from yourself. So maybe we're at that point with Jordan Reed, but also with the NFL, I mean, if you can play, you can play, I guess. But he is trying to make a comeback this season. 3 teams reportedly have shown interest, and I've heard that the Vikings are not among them, which is good, thankfully, for good reason, because well, a couple of reasons. Tight end is pretty damn solid. You got Kyle Rudolph coming off a career year, even though his stats weren't all that great in 2019. Overall, really stepped up, especially in that playoff game. Game winner walk-off. Woo! As well as you got second-year Irv Smith Jr., former second-round pick out of Alabama. Tyler Gronklin still doing the damn thing, the pride of Central Michigan. Even though I've called Tyler Gronklin for so long, I actually forgot what his real last name is. Tyler Conklin, pride of Central Michigan, former basketball player. He could probably beat Antonio Gates in a game of 1-on-1, as well as Tony Gonzalez at the same time, man. As well as Brandon Dillon, the Marion Barbarian, former UDFA. I'm actually expecting pretty big things out of him in year 2. So tight end might be the deepest position on the team, especially the Vikings are running 2 tight end sets 54.5% of the time, like last season. Clearly number 1 in the NFL. But yeah, it is deep. That is what she said. Also, Reed was known in Washington as being a true joker tight end. And, we talk about it's like, move tight ends. You look at Kelsey, you look at George Kittle. No, they're more primarily inline guys. Same thing with Gronk. But Jordan Reed, basically the closest you can get to a tight end wide receiver hybrid. He's inline, he's in the slot, he's out wide, he's basically lining up everywhere. And the Vikings do have a younger, cheaper, healthier, more athletic, and overall better version of Jordan Reed in Irv Smith Jr., and who we think will blow up this season if the Vikings commit to using him like Jordan Reed all over the place. Which Cousins has shown he can work with to a high degree of effectiveness. So, yeah, we're out on Jordan Reed. Which just seems weird because we called for it 4 months ago, but also we're bucking the trend. The Vikings should not sign Jordan Reed. I said it. But watch them sign him now because it's like whatever. All right, but your thoughts, let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, pull us on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.